Israel Matseke Zulu, aka GPmaorange, the Ghetto Professor King Manamune. Israel Matseke Zulu podcast up close and personal. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting any time, today my guest, he's from Limpopo, but I want you to hear from his mouth, who is he, where he come from, and all the stuff. Let's talk, my brother. Come. Spirit is the power. So, I saw you at a podcast called Limpopo Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we have a lot of podcasts. And then I came across your podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast to podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, when did it all started?
Yeah.
And what was the inspiration? And tell us who you are. Where do you come from?
Okay. By name, ID.
Yeah.
Is Tepiso.
Tepiso.
Yeah, that's right. But a lot of people call me Omi Otis in full.
Omi Otis.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Omi, it is the closest when I was looking for a name because I got it myself.
Yeah.
So when I was looking for a name, I needed something that was very close to my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my mom.
Oh, you're a mama's boy.
Yeah. My mom's name is Ori.
Oh, Ori.
Yeah, so Ori, Omi, that's where it all comes from. Then Otis stands for wealth.
Oh, Otis stands for wealth.
Yes.
Oh, that's your artistic name.
Yes.
Okay. Where originally do you come from?
Limpopo. Tzaneen.
Oh, you come from Tzaneen. Tzaneen. Where? There's Linyenye there, there's...
I saw you at Linyenye, I think weeks before. How was the vibe there? But it's okay. Let me
heavy.
Yeah. No, I come from Tzaneen, a village called Kubiana. Yes. But then I never really stayed there much.
Yeah.
All my life, I think I was in the suburbs.
Okay.
And then
the suburbs of Limpopo.
Yes,
there's suburbs in Limpopo.
No, the thing is, it's just like how people think of America.
Yeah.
They think when you come to, when
USA.
when they think when they come to Africa, it's
they think we wear shoes like Shaka Zulu.
Exactly.
They will come across an elephant.
Exactly.
Then they come across a Ferrari. They might
Exactly.
Then they get shocked. They get stuck.
Yeah. So I'm from that small village. Never stayed there much, but I moved to town. From town, I moved to Midrand. That's why I did my primary there.
Oh, you did your primary at Midrand?
At Midrand.
Oh, you came early at Johannesburg?
Yes. I think I started doing grade 4 at Midrand Primary. And then from there, I went back to, I think I finished grade 7. I went back to Tzaneen.
Oh, so you Omi. What does Omi do?
Omi is a creativist. Before I was a rapper.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
That's how a lot of people started knowing me.
Okay. Oh, you branded yourself.
You with music fans.
Yeah, in the category of hip hop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there I moved, and then I saw that hip hop is not really a common thing where I come from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started checking, man. No, there's this thing called podcasting. I started looking at Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
What is this one's name? There's Joe Rogan, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Yes. I started getting inspiration from there, and then I said, no, since we don't have this thing back home, let me start a platform that is going to be
that will represent Limpopo.
Yes, not only represent, but let it be our mouthpiece.
Okay.
Yes, so that because I've realized that there's a gap back home. People don't really have the opportunities to have the platform that many people in Gauteng have.
Yeah, I understand.
So we needed something that will, because some people, they know that there's Uban Ban, but they don't really know their face.
Yeah.
So that was my responsibility.
So let's reverse a bit.
Okay.
It is a dream of a child that was born at the village to go to Johannesburg.
Definitely.
You were also one of those kids.
Yes.
What made you dream like that?
I think, the influence of, I grew up in an era of social media.
Yeah.
Right. And from what we see on the screens, and you look also where we come from.
Yeah. It's completely different.
Yes, it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
Where we come from, not a lot of us dream like this.
Yeah.
So I decided to use, by God's grace, my intelligence.
Yeah.
Right, and looked at, because I'm a person of media, I looked at what is happening elsewhere. But if I can see that there's a gap and we don't have that particular thing right here, so why not? So the need to move to GP came when I started thinking about expanding. Because when I'm home, there's a limit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm now hitting the roof.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. So I
want you to be independent.
Yes. Now I need to break the roof and now, not only share the stories that we have back home with the world, but also introduce our people.
Okay. You studied, you completed medicine.
Definitely.
You went to varsity.
No, I wouldn't say
college.
I went to college. I studied at Boston College.
Oh, Boston College. You studied at Boston College.
I studied IT. I also studied sound engineering at Center.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I started now doing my sound engineering. It also helped me with production when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
And also my audio qualities when it comes to my podcast now.
Yeah. No, you can't do very well.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what about those who are not making it when they come to Johannesburg. People who come from maybe Limpopo, Eastern Cape, come with the intention that
they want to
if you are in Johannesburg, it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
Then they find Johannesburg on the other side of it.
Yeah. I think first of all, Johannesburg is very fast.
Yeah.
And it needs somebody with discipline.
Yeah.
So those are the two things that one needs to carry with in the bag coming this side.
Yeah.
So if you're not focused, and one thing that Johannesburg carries is the glitz and the glamours.
Yeah.
Right? Something that we don't have back home.
Yeah.
So you come this side, you now start seeing the lights. Things are moving too fast.
See the 325.
Yeah.
See the Ferrari.
You need to adjust. Yeah. So I think one gets to be lost in the journey because you start meeting new friends that introduce you to certain things that you did not have back home, and now that becomes a problem.
Yes.
I think usually people become distracted, and sometimes it's not maybe because they got to be distracted, but what they thought would cut it in Johannesburg does not cut it.
So the challenges on your journey to create the podcast, the challenges that you came across and the achievements.
The challenge is obviously like any other independent person. It has to be logistics. Logistics are crucial. From your traveling, your equipment, and so on. We're still trying to upgrade even now.
Yes.
So those are some of the challenges, and obviously keeping up with time. Dealing with different people, different characters. You need to do your research, your background. So those are some of the challenges I can say we've came across. But so far,
you overcome.
We have
managed. Have you ever came in a situation whereby you call maybe a celebrity? Or an icon. And then you get disappointed. And maybe you were expecting he or she will respond positively and come into your podcast. I don't think there's many of those who have disappointed, but those who have disappointed, I don't think it was intentional. Because of time frame, schedule? I think it was because of they did not realize the magnitude of being on the screen. Because you can underestimate the power of being on the screen. We agree on the cell phone, it's simple. But now when you have to pitch, it's a now different world. So, but other than that, I think most of the people, they have managed to pitch. Maybe it's because they believe in what I do. They believe in the platform. I think I've never been really disappointed. What is the impact of podcast? In this age and time, podcasting is well, from what we know, it's something that is driven through an audio. So what we're doing nowadays is vodcasting. Yes, vodcasting. Podcasting. Podcast, it's an integration of video
and audio at the same time.
Okay.
So that is what we are doing. But
Yeah.
podcast, it's something that it moves through the ears.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that we listen to it.
Yeah.
So I think the impact of it nowadays, you look at the internet, it's moving everything.
Yeah.
Everything is being done on the internet. The kids are on the internet. The world is evolving.
Definitely.
So I think, inviting, people who have been through a lot, people who have experienced different things in different fields, hearing their stories, it can inspire, first of all, a child who's sitting at home.
Yeah.
It can change lives.
Yes.
And it can educate a lot of people, because education does not only come from, sitting
From the classroom.
Yes.
On the desk.
Yes. So education is broad. So I think one of the things that it does, it educates people. It also changes lives, and it inspires those who also want to do the same thing.
Yeah. In your music journey, who are other artists you've worked with or you've shared the stage with?
I've worked with the likes of King Manada.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Mike.
Nah, don't worry about the mic. Oh, it's hiding my face.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, it's King Monada.
Yeah, King Manada, I've worked with him. I've worked with the likes
The
of...
King of Zanidi.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
I've worked with the likes of CK the DJ.
Okay.
I've shared stages with your KO, the Ricky Rickies.
Okay.
You
big was.
No, I wouldn't say I was big, but I was, I was putting hip hop on the map when I was very much active in my town. So I'm one of those people who have, tried to
strength, courage.
Bring hip hop alive.
Yes.
It's a very difficult genre where I come from. It's not really existing that much. So I try to.
So how is it like right now, the hip hop?
It's not there.
It's not there.
Nah, to be honest, it's a non-existing.
So what do you think? What do you think about it? Do you think about putting more effort, or what's your take on that?
No, I think hip hop is something that is driven by language.
Yeah.
I think the language somehow it gets to be a problem, because where I come from, you got songers, you got vendors, you got Balobedu, and you got ladies.
Yeah.
So normally those languages, not when we think about what you call it, it's not stereotype, but there's another word for it. When other cultures do not take other cultures seriously, I forgot the word for it. But it's not only about that, but the tongue does not click when it comes to hip hop. It's very easy.
Yeah.
And they've already made it fashionable to rap in Zulu,
yeah.
Setswana, and so forth.
Yeah, yeah.
So now when a new thing comes, it needs people who are going to support.
Yeah, I was watching a clip, some two guys trying to come with a vendor hip hop.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, it's So what works for us rather, it's the dance music.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is something that works for us quite well. But it doesn't really work very well with the other languages. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that.
But you believe hip hop? It's ours as Africans. Or how can you describe hip hop for us?
I don't think.
How we came across the hip hop business as Africans?
Yeah, remember we have Kwaito.
Yeah.
Which is something that originated from South Africa.
Yes.
So the way it flows, and you hear the drum patterns of it, it's more similar to that of American hip hop.
Yeah.
But I think somewhere where we lose it, it is being over-influenced by Americans.
Yeah, over-influenced.
Yeah. Yes, because now we end up forgetting what is ours. That's why I'm so happy right now. We've got something of our own, which is Amapiano.
Yeah.
We have constructed it.
Yeah.
We have given it to the world. Yeah. And I think it's only right that we need to own it.
Yeah.
And protect it. Not just own it, but also protect it. Yeah. Because before you know it, they'll also steal it like they've stolen everything from Africa.
Yeah, okay. I love the pianos. Do you think... Let's not talk about the business side of it. Let's talk about the social influence of it. Do you see our young people planting a productive seed that will grow a good future tomorrow? The influence of piano.
Socially, I think it's also about the age and time that we are on. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily the music. Because the music is something on its own. For instance, if we were still on the because right now what is actually powerful in South Africa is amapiano. If we're living on the era of hip hop, I'm very sure we will still see ladies twerking, being naked. The influence of drugs and so forth. I think it will still be prominent. But because piano came as a new existing baby, we sometimes look at it as the problem. Where else it's not really the problem.
There was twerking before piano.
The problem has always been there, right? And like I said, we get over-inspired by those in America because we take all of these things from America. Because socially, the words, if you listen to the words that are also being said on the piano songs, they are pretty destructive, right? But at the same time, the words that are being sang on hip hop songs also they're also destructive. So
radical.
So it's more or less the same thing.
And it's even worse.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers. I'm attack me. I'll bomb you.
All these things.
All this stuff.
And you see the killings that are happening in the States. In our genre, I don't think we have.
I think we quick to be judgmental to us before we can see where actually everything has started.
Exactly.
So do you have a dream of going across, like overseas, to say to yourself, I've made it? We're talking about like Trevor Noah, other Africans went to America. If you are from America, you're like a big thing. Do you have that kind of a dream?
What I believe in is, everything always circles back to where it started. If you look at what is happening now, Americans wish they were Africans.
That's why they call themselves African Americans.
So it's not really. The aim is to touch the whole world.
The aim is to touch the whole world.
Not
specifically going to United States of America.
Let's move with let's move in the right direction. Why go to America before I can go to Nigeria? Let me first go to Nigeria. Let me first go to Ghana. Let me first go to Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and so forth. Let me touch Botswana and Lesotho, the nearest countries, before I can even go abroad. Then America will just be like any other country that I touch on, then I pass. Then we move to China, we move to Australia, we move to and so forth. So overseas, for me, as long as I'm going to Egypt, it's still overseas for me.
Personally, as an artist, no, it's just a question. Does vernacular work for us for global audience?
Yes, it does.
It does.
Because that is something that the rest of the world does not have. So the rest of the world does not want to listen to what they already have. They all want to listen to something
that they don't have.
That they do not have.
Then how will they relate to Zulu? Okay, when they rap or when they sing, we hear them. But they don't hear what we say. So how do we balance that?
It's music. Are you talking from a music point of view or?
I know. We had Miriam Makeba's Brahuk. People who keep their music indigenously. So and they were always great forever and ever. So I'm talking from the music perspective side of it.
No, if you look at those are the legends. Where did they mostly perform? Overseas. They were not really performing for our audience because already the audience that we have knows what they're talking about. So those outside, they want to know more about this particular thing. It's a new thing. And that's what the world is always interested in.
Let's talk to your brothers and sisters over there in the Pope. Okay, we are not subjecting other provinces, including the Eastern Capes, wherever. how to survive. What are the principles to survive this chaotic scenario of drugs, coming to Johannesburg, making your thing, tomorrow I blew it, or bad ending.
Yeah.
You know, you see most of our stories.
Yeah.
Most of our artists, drugs, rehab, and so forth and so forth. What is your menu?
On those things.
What are your principles? How will you survive as an individual, and how can others survive as well? Because when I'm listening to you, you've matured.
Yeah.
I've listened to someone who knows his story, who understands what he wants, who knows where he's going.
Yeah.
So now I'm challenging you, I'm giving you a platform of being a leadership now.
Yeah.
You are a leadership. Address the youth, those who look up to you.
Yeah.
Already there are others who are looking up to you.
Sure.
There's this guy who was my neighbor.
Yeah.
He went to Johannesburg, Boston College, studied media and IT.
Yeah.
Now he's having a podcast.
Yeah.
Now I see he's featuring the legends.
Yeah.
Or Orange.
Yeah.
So this guy is growing.
Yeah.
So you are also an inspiration.
Yeah.
So give them a recipe, a model that you are using to survive all odds.
No, I think it starts with yourself.
Yeah.
Right. What is it that you really want? Purpose.
Yeah.
I think it starts.
It starts there.
With purpose, what you really want.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you want, then everything that comes across is going to attract you. You're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Meaning you don't have a purpose.
Yeah.
And secondly, I would say your environment.
Yeah.
Environment plays such a big role in what we end up becoming tomorrow.
Yeah.
So your surrounding, your environment is very influential in the decisions that you're going to take tomorrow or now. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, but right now. The decision that you may take, it's based on the people that are surrounding you, what you guys are doing. I mean, if you're surrounded by people who are always drinking and having drugs and ladies around, you are bound to do that eventually. Even if you're not going to do it in the beginning, but it's something that you're certainly going to fall for, going forward. And one of the things that personally I believe in, it's, praying. It's something that my mother introduced me to at a very young age. Yeah. Taking me to church. So she dragged you. Yeah. So I pray a lot. Yeah. That's something that I do. But do
you think the prayer works?
It does. I'll give you the test, right? Tonight.
Yeah.
Try to pray.
Yeah.
And tell me if you do not get a sensation from your head to your toes. If you do not get a sensation, it means prayer doesn't work. And prayer is about investing yourself. As much as we invest...
It's like meditation.
Yes. As much as we invest ourselves in doing something that we love, let us also do the same for prayer.
But I see a lot of churchgoers, they are struggling a lot.
No, what are they going for? Are they going for spiritual connection or are they going for miracles?
I think the problem... By the way, church is not a business sector.
Yes.
We're there for a spiritual growth.
Yes.
Maybe they misinterpret the process of churching.
Yes.
Because you can't find a BMW in church. You're talking reality.
Yeah.
You pray for excellent life there, for safety.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think for me, most of the things that I pray about is non-materialistic.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't pray about cars, all of those things.
But there are those maybe who pray for cars. Then when I pray direct.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. So
I want the car. I want the Mercedes Benz.
Now, it's also right. But for me, it's about God. Why you have placed me on this.
Yeah, but the truth is that it's for wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, for the spiritual growth.
Yes.
For safety.
Protection.
For overcoming.
Yes.
Evil.
Yes.
Witchcraft.
Yeah.
And so forth and so forth and so forth.
As much as there's a positive, there's a negative.
Yeah, but maybe the problem of those I've mentioned, those I've seen, since I was a boy,
Yeah.
they've been struggling till today, and they don't miss church. Every Sunday they
Yeah.
go to church.
That's where they're going.
Okay, or maybe they pray for.
And remember, all the if we can, dwell in the topic of church, we will never end, because church is also, or let me just say, religion as a whole.
Yeah.
It is divided into many sectors.
Yeah.
There's Christianity. There's this. There's that. There's that. There's that. And even within Christianity, people do things differently.
Yeah, it's like talking about ancestors. Some don't believe.
Yeah.
We can end up pulling guns right now.
You see, so
for that topic.
Yeah. So it then becomes challenging because we have different beliefs.
Yeah. That's why I've said in your podcast, your belief, it's not my belief.
Yeah.
And my belief, it's not your belief.
Definitely.
Your religion, it's not my religion. And my religion, it's not your religion.
That's it.
Believe in what you believe.
That's it.
I believe in what I believe.
That's it.
So, where do you see yourself 5 years to come? 2028. 20 nongolos. 2208.
Yeah.
It's a good question to ask me.
Yeah. I'm not really sure where I'll be. I'm going to say something very funny.
Yeah.
Only God knows where I'll be. But for myself,
Yeah.
I take it, one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever it is that is ahead of me, it means that is what I was meant to go through. But my vision is that, let me inspire a lot of people from back home. Let me leave footprints that people can one day look at and follow and say, you know what, if this guy can be able to come from that dusty place and and go and sit with GPmaorange, why can I not go?
You answer like a wise man.
Yeah.
I've heard the Lord, in 10 years' time, I see myself having a mansion. Then 10 years to come, life is something else.
Yeah.
This is how people must work.
Yeah.
You rub my shoulder.
I
rub yours.
Simple as that.
Yeah. I teach for tat, butter for fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we can develop this model, people shall grow.
Yeah.
People of our skin shall grow, because that's where we're missing.
Yeah.
Where we are jealous, we are greedy, we are selfish. It's a norm that we don't grow each other. You know, understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's meant for himself, God for us all.
Yeah.
But the sense are found, me sitting with you, and then you sitting with me.
Yeah.
It's a
blessing.
It's a transformation.
Yeah.
It's like it's more of a cultural diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gamida gawena.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nigga. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
People will learn, and then this is how we have to grow.
Yeah.
Rather than using each other.
Yes.
Using is another term. I use you because you are useful.
Yeah.
If you were useless,
I wouldn't
use you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I hear you, my brother. So, how many albums have you released? Or streaming? We are on the streaming scenario now. There's no more touching copy, old school from the boot.
Yeah.
Bus rank. Yes.
Yeah.
How do you release your music?
No more cassette, no more CDs.
Yeah.
So I think music, ever since I started the podcast, it's something that I packed for quite some time.
Put it on the shelf for the library.
Yes, because I realized that I cannot juggle the two. I tried, but I realized that I cannot juggle the two.
Yeah.
The reason why also, it was difficult for me to put a verse together is because I haven't been on a stage to perform in about 2 years. But I don't have an album out. Most of my music, it's singles, which I put out, and my music is driven by how I feel at that present time. Yeah, that's how I.
How long did it take you to get into the stage of this maturity and the position that you are right now?
Yeah.
How long? How long did it take you?
I think every day since 2014, 15.
Oh, you started 2014, 15.
Yes. So that is where I started learning a lot from, specific individuals. I would learn that, this one is of this kind. This one is of it. You know, from each and every person that inspires me, I will take one or two things.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everything.
Yes.
I'll take one thing. From
you take the best, the best from those you regard as the best.
Yeah.
And be the best among the best.
Yeah.
You don't take everything.
No.
If you admire a person, there's certain things that you idol or you like about the person, but not everything. Yeah, you take what you like.
Because
take
now
what
if I'm going to take everything from GP, I am then now becoming GP.
Yes.
I'm no longer myself.
And you can't be GP.
No. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. you gotta be yourself.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. But I think I've gotten to learn throughout the journey. As you know, you have failures, you have positive influences. So it's something that I wouldn't say has taken me years, but as we grow, we learn.
How many? Let me say, what is your highest viewership you had
on my podcast?
On your podcast?
I think it was 256. 256. And that is after 46 episodes.
46
episodes. That is before GPmaorange.
But it's a build-up.
Yes.
So by hosting me, how many do you think you're gonna reach?
I really wish that we can break, because I've never reached 1 million.
You've never reached 1 million, okay?
So, and just one. I don't need many.
Yeah. Just
1 million would be enough for me to now look at myself and say, you know what, you have worked. It's not. I wouldn't take it as something to brag about.
Yeah.
But something to gauge my level of work. That I have worked enough now to reach this specific level.
So, what do you do for a living?
This is what I do for a living.
Oh, this is what you do for a living?
Yeah, podcasting, sound engineering, graphic design as well. Yeah. It's something that I do. So, yeah.
What does a sound engineer do?
A sound engineer sits down, analyzes an audio.
Yeah.
And listens to what that specific audio needs, whether it's on a song, it's on a film.
Yeah.
Anything
that concerns sound.
Yeah, that has a wave on it.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to, for example, I have to blend music and vocals.
Yeah.
Now that's where I sit and say, okay, fine. This audio, it deserves maybe too much reverb. Then I will put too much reverb. The studio that we use.
Distorting.
Yeah, it's distorting. I need to reduce.
Ambience.
I need to compress.
Yeah.
All those. That is.
This is where you go, you see? I think this is London.
No, this is Paris.
Well, this is Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paris, London.
This is where. Oh, that's how you describe it.
It's Paris, London.
The reason why I have this here is because even in my bedroom, I have one on the wall.
Okay.
People don't even know. I've never told people on my podcast why I have this.
Yeah.
So the reason why I have this every day is a reminder that, whatever that you're doing does not end here.
Yeah.
One day I want to see myself.
Yeah, no, definitely. I see you there. I see you there.
That is where I'm
behind this thing. Because I've seen this several times somewhere in the film, social media, so forth and so forth and so forth. Okay, so how do you feel me sitting with you today?
Yo.
Have you thought about it? When you were young, other people, they are gifted in dreaming.
Yeah.
Have you seen me somewhere before? What do they call it? A deja vu or a karma or what?
Deja vu.
All these things.
No, I think, for one, let me start with podcasting.
Yeah.
I never thought I would do this.
Yeah.
That's the first. It's not really the thing that I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do, firstly, when I was in high school, is to be a banker. go work in the bank.
Yeah.
And then it changed. Then I wanted to be a musician because I realized I've got that gift as well. And then from there, it transitioned into what? Podcasting. And in podcasting, I've met so many people, and I believe I'm still going to meet so many people.
Yeah.
But, you know, part of the reason why I wanted you to be episode 50, because for me, it's such a big achievement.
Yeah.
Right? So, sitting with you, okay, it's two different things.
Yeah.
When we were still in communication, I never spoke to you. It was something like, oh, it's a dream. It's not going to happen. You are still fascinated by, okay, is this thing going to really happen? Or I'm just, it's never going to happen. But sitting next to you tells me that, what I am doing is indeed the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm moving in the right direction.
You're moving in the right direction.
Because had it not been the right direction,
you wouldn't have people like I.
You wouldn't waste your time.
Yeah,
to come and sit, with me. So as young as I am, and looking at, it's so amazing that whenever I think about me, I look at myself as a mirror. There's so many kids back home. They look up to you. There's this other guy called Manizo. I don't know if you've heard about him. So many people that I've seen that idolize you. Yeah. And for me to have the privilege.
They worship.
Exactly.
For your hands.
Yes.
Allah.
They look at you, they're like,
Buddha.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm like, for me to have this opportunity, because I realize that, I may not even be anybody in the industry.
Yeah.
Probably there's, Metro FM or whoever that wants to sit you, but they cannot.
Yeah.
But who is this young guy who gets the opportunity to sit with a veteran like you? So for me, it's such a blessing.
Yeah, and you know why I'm like that? I believe from where I come from the humble beginning. I think that's the society that I'm representing. Yeah, the vision that I have. My vision represents the mass. The mass are in pain. The mass is in struggle. The mass, it's lost. It's hopeless. The mass needs a direction. There I come, a person like I, coming from Alexandra. The dusty, rusty streets of Alexandra. Have you seen Alexandra up when you're in the plane or up there? The roofs.
A drone shot of it.
You can see, when they say a ghetto, it is a real ghetto.
Yeah.
So, and coming from there and manage to go beyond, to overcome. We mustn't be scared to say we've overcome.
Yeah. No, you have.
Success is not having 20 cars or 20 houses. Success is in different ways. Maybe my success was to see people like you coming out from the village to the city, making it, surviving all these odds. It is a success to me. It is a success to me seeing a disadvantaged child finding something that he or she can believe in and manage to make a living. It's a success at its own. So sometimes young people get confused when you talk about success. Most of the people, when you talk about success, they talk about materialistic success.
Yes.
Maybe his success is to see his children acquiring the education that he or she never acquired. Maybe in my family, genetically, there was never a matriculate. Then we bring children who will have a matric certificate, who will go wake up in the morning with a suit. Maybe we never had such in the family. We're from the families of the domestic workers, the garden boys,
Yeah, yeah.
The uncles who are in prison.
Ish.
Some died. So we representing a very powerful sector of the society. So, last message to the people. What would you like to say today? More especially, you know, when we talk about the people, we always refer to the youth.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't mean we subject the elders to the youth.
Yeah.
Because the elders were the youth
Before, yeah.
And then the youth that we are addressing are going to be the elders in the future. They might be the same elders as these elders of today.
Yes.
So they need each other. Your final words. We're closing the subject.
Difficult one. You know, people usually say, you know, believe in what you do.
Patience.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. And, you know, those are the things that we normally hear every day.
And we don't elaborate them.
Yeah, and it's true.
Yeah.
You know, when they say focus, believe in.
Yeah.
It's a genuine thing. It lives. But for me, it goes back to purpose. What is your purpose?
What is your purpose of living?
Yeah. Find your purpose and move in that line.
Yeah.
Don't be distracted by what is happening in this world. You know, as much as we are living in the same world, but we are all living in different worlds. There's a world of social media.
That's very powerful. It's a piece of, believe me, that's very powerful. I call it character confusion. Don't be character confused. We are not the same. Some people are born to be leaders and lead the people at the expense of the resource of the country. Some people are born to sing or dance or whatsoever. I find some people are character confused because they want to fit in. There's this thing of we strive to fit in the society that you are not born for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you overload yourself with pressure.
Information overload, yeah.
You were never born to be a Casanova. You were born to show people the way. These are how things I believe must be done. You were born to help. But because of the influence of the society, you find yourself living a life that satisfies some characters within the society, in the system, which is not you. Stick to your path.
Yeah.
Purpose.
Definitely.
That's what you spoke about.
Yeah.
That what will keep you on the good track all the time. That will never make you lose focus. Because you will always remember your purpose.
Yeah.
What was my purpose moving from Limpopo to Johannesburg? To inspire
That's it.
my people in the village
That's it.
that it's possible.
That's it.
I can go to Johannesburg and take Johannesburg and bring it to Limpopo.
You have nailed it.
That's the purpose.
Thank you, man. And I wished I had seen you on that movie. I forgot to ask you this.
Which movie?
I wish you were on that movie. That is one movie, not a movie actually, a series.
Yeah.
Called Unseen.
Unseen.
I wish you were. When I didn't see you, I was like, no,
There's a problem.
it's not complete.
Yeah? No, my brother. Me too, I'm grateful to have a young blood like you. That's my purpose of living.
Yeah.
That is why I came to you with my pleasure.
Yeah.
Because I know today, whatever we spoke about, the gathering of today, it's 100 years to you.
I like that.
It's forever, it's eternity.
I like that word. The gathering of today. I like that.
We might not see each other for a very long time. But for seeing each other today, it's a very powerful
what is it?
It's a very
exchange. It's exchange of energies for me.
Whatever I left you with, you gotta take it further. Through you, people shall grow. Through you, people will know what to do. Through you. You know, sometimes the problem, we like to look at the next person. Look at yourself in the mirror. Let's say you were the last person in the world, given a responsibility to change the world. There's no other you have to look up to. You need to look up to yourself as a human being. Because sometimes when you look up to the next person, you think the next person is better than you, only to find you are the greatest. But because you are on the competition and comparison, you won't find that. You won't see that. But if you can look at yourself alone, you will see you are the one who must make the difference. That's powerful, eh?
Thank you so much.
I've never said this. This is very powerful. Okay, cheers.
Guys. Cheers.
150 years.
100. No, forever. Greatness.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We shall meet next time.